and welcome to Clever News Desk. We're reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. First, the headlines. NYSC chief seeks support of residents in locating missing corps member in Rivers State. Herbalist slaughters 41-day-old son for ritual in Ogun State. Bayelsa High Court orders IG Kayode Egbetokun to appear before it within 42 days in connection with 649 million accommodation debt. I am Florence Joshua with these and more. No fewer than 2 yet to be identified students from Borno State University have been killed in a tragic road accident involving the school staff bus and a truck of Nijimoto Road on Wednesday. According to the State Police Command, 3 other students were in critical conditions after the crash. The spokesperson for the command, Nahum Kenneth, told journalists that a large truck collided with the university bus, leaving several other students with varying degrees of injury. It was also gathered that the crash caused significant damage to the bus, and emergency responders swiftly evacuated the injured to the hospital, where they are receiving medical care. Director General of National Youth Service Corps, NYSC Brigadier General YD Ahmed, has called for collective effort in the search for Yahya Farouk, a corps member who went missing in Ukuru Town, Adoni local government area of Rivers State. The NYSC chief, during his visit to the community on Wednesday, urged residents, including youth and elders, to support security agencies in locating the missing corps member. Ahmed also inspected the scene of the incident and emphasized the shared responsibility of host communities to ensure the safety and welfare of corps members serving in their domains. He reiterated his administration's dedication to advocate better security measures for all NYSC participants across the country. At a meeting held during the visit, the youth president Etete Jeb Anthony and the world secretary Paul Friday disclosed that the community had made significant efforts to locate Farouk, who disappeared while at a Chinese mining company within the area. Both leaders reaffirmed their commitment to continuous search and rescue operations. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has received 142 recommendations for improvements in the electoral process. Areas highlighted for review include administrative, legislative, and stakeholders' action. Chairman of the Commission, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, presented the comprehensive review during a meeting with resident electoral commissioners in Abuja. The recommendation focused on several key areas, including electoral reform, voter accreditation, diaspora voting, electoral offences, tribunal, and voter education. Specifically, INEC aims to implement measures to prevent electoral malpractices, review the use of permanent voters' cards as the sole means of identification, and explore options for Nigerians living abroad to participate in elections.
From the internal and external engagements, the Commission has identified 142 recommendations dealing with general state of preparedness, voter management, voter education and public communication, political parties and candidate management, electoral operations and logistics management, election officials and personnel, partnership and collaboration, monitoring and supervision, election technology, voting and result management, election security, electoral offences, and the electoral legal framework. Out of the 142 recommendations, 86 of them require administrative action by the Commission. It is therefore pertinent that we engage first with our resident electoral commissioners because of their frontline role in the implementation of the recommendations. This is followed by 48 recommendations that require action by a variety of stakeholders, including security agencies, mobile network operators, statutory bodies, political parties, transport unions, civil society organizations, and the media. On the legal review, there are 8 recommendations that require legislative action by the National Assembly. Very soon, the Commission will make a presentation to the Joint Committee of the Senate and House of Representatives on electoral matters as they continue to deliberate on electoral reform.
The unveiling of this recommendation marks a significant step towards improving the electoral process in Nigeria. With the collaboration of all stakeholders, INEC is confident of a more credible, transparent, and inclusive electoral process in Nigeria. The police in Abeokuta and Ogun State have arrested a man identified as Taiwo over the murder of his 41-day-old baby who was tragically killed in what is believed to be a ritualistic murder. It was gathered that Taiwo, a herbalist in training, was arrested in connection with the incident which occurred in the KC area of Adatan, where the baby's mother, Raimat Osilat, had left her son lying on the bed inside their home while she went outside to wash clothes. According to Ogun State Police Public Relations Officer Omolola Odutula, the mother, Wasilat, was accused her husband, Taiwo, of committing the crime. She claims that Taiwo, who is studying to become a herbalist, may have intended to use the baby's blood for ritual purposes. The police confirmed that Taiwo was arrested shortly after the murder's allegations, and the crime scene has been examined. Meanwhile, an ongoing investigation is ongoing to uncover further details surrounding this horrific crime, with the infant's body sent for an autopsy. The community remains in shock over the tragic loss. The Nembe Division of Bayelsa High Court has ordered the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, to appear before it within 42 days in connection with the 649 million naira accommodation debt suit. The court, presided over by Justice T. Y. Bassi, have demanded the appearance of the IGP following the suit filed by Darius, the owner of a Fifemi hotel in Open Nembe, Bayelsa State. The court threatened that failure of the IGP and the 2 other respondents, the Nigerian Police and the Police Service Commission, to make an appearance personally or through the legal representative will lead to a judgment entered in their absence. The hotel owner had filed a suit over an alleged refusal of the respondent to settle the accommodation debt incurred by the police SWAT team deployed from August 12, 2023 to October 3, 2024 in Nembe. It was gathered that the SWAT team deployed to Nembe community had allegedly occupied the motel, turning it into their operational base without due permission of the owners. The SWAT team were allegedly drafted to the area at the request of Timipre Silva, former Minister of State for Petroleum Resources and the governorship flag bearer of APC in the 2023 general elections. The claimants prayed to the court for a declaration that the defendants forcefully entered and allegedly took over the entire claimant's business premises on August 12, 2023 as illegal. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps Federal Capital Territory Command has arrested 8 suspected vandals of public infrastructure in different parts of the FCT. The suspects were paraded at the command headquarters in Wuse, Abuja by the NSCDC Commandant Olushola Odumosu. According to Odumosu, the arrest is part of a full-scale assault against vandals in Abuja. 4 of the suspects were arrested at Idu Layout Sitec, Abuja, within vandalized solar panel poles. The other 4 suspects were arrested along the Banex Gishiri axis while trying to convey vandalized street light poles. Exhibits recovered from the suspect include 5 vandalized streetlight poles, 1 vandalized solar panel pole, and over 40 pieces of iron rods. Odumosu expressed anger at the level of destruction of the public infrastructure by hoodlums and assured the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike of the Corps' readiness to put a stop to the sabotage. He warned the vandals to relocate out of the FCT, stating that the manhunt for vandals is still ongoing. He solicited the cooperation of FCT residents in providing credible information and intelligence to help the Corps fight against vandalism and related crimes. If you're just joining us, you're watching the news on Clearview News Desk. We will be back after this break. Stay with us.
We break the news.
This is Christ Embassy.
Recollect, we were the first to break this. Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf of Kano State has approved the appointment of 3 second-class emirs. And this?
Erasmus is the most successful program of the European Union to support education and youth.
And this?
Fubara is not an ungrateful person.
And more.
Tension is currently mounting in Rivers State. The planned arraignment of Yaya Bello.
Across our platforms. Subscribe now and you will be receiving our notifications and never left out as the news breaks on Clearview.
Welcome back. Life after retirement is usually perceived as a happy and stress-free period with very little to worry about. Alas, that's not always the reality for everyone. In an exclusive interview with some senior citizens on the sideline of the unveiling of productive opportunities in the geriatric social care sector and centers in Nigeria, this once able-bodied men and women narrate their sweet and bitter experiences with Clearview News in Ogun. They also have a word of advice for those still in active service. The report.
According to statistics, in Nigeria, the average retirement age is 60 years and the average life expectancy is 53.95. Meanwhile, research has also revealed that some retirees become miserable almost immediately after retirement because their post-retirement era comes with less financial stability and more boredom. Clearview News crew spoke with some Nigerian retirees to learn how life has been for them since they retired. Here is what they have to say.
I once worked with NITEL before I joined politics. When we left the service, things have not been easy. Even to pay the gratuity service a case. As I'm talking to you today, when I left NITEL, up to now, they are still owing me the pension arrears of 35 months. Even it was 77 months. If they want to pay, they will give you a little pin. They will spoil the money. You will not even make good use of it. So there are so many organizations like that. So you will be frustrated. And if you are not a struggling type, you will see that death will just come and carry you because of overthinking.
As you leave your active work, there are also a lot of challenges, health-wise, economic, social, labeling, they reject you, this old man, this old woman. These are various challenges. And in our country of today, our values are broken down. Most of our young ones no longer respect our values. So it's also affecting the aged.
Someone think once you are old, you are useless any longer. It's not like that. In fact, at times I even feel relaxed because I used to wake up, let's say by 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. to get, but now I get up at any time I want to get up. I feel happy over it because it doesn't disturb me much.
They say 2021, they go pay arrears. Till now, no see you. Oh, na grant they go pay me and no. Oh, na life I go get no. Next tomorrow they go pay. Next month they go pay. I got calculated, my auntie calculated 4 years. Which kind of life will be this?
While lamenting over a lot of challenges that come with aging and retirement, some senior citizens used the occasion to advise civil servants to invest and plan while they're still strong and in active service.
Life is not permanent. And anything you are doing, try and plan for your future. If you don't plan, definitely you will suffer. Don't say that time my children will do that. Your children, they also have their own problem. Don't depend on them. Plan your life.
God does not forget an honest person. That you did not make extra change illegally when you are working does not mean that God has abandoned you. There are a lot of people out there who made it by hook, by crook. At the end of the day, it led them nowhere. There are also a lot of more of them who did not make it in inverted commas by hook or by crook. At the end of their career, God started to bless them. But what we'll advise is, don't retire and go and sit down. Say, look, I am no more required. I'm done with. Keep pushing.
Anybody that is still working should utilize this opportunity. The little he will get, let him plan ahead. He should remember that he's going to retire. And when he retires, things will not go well as if he's working. And what I will continue to say pertaining the government is that the government should always take care of retirees.
Any civil servant that is still in work may do planning. He's planning. Anything he gets, even small amount, may not spend anyhow. Keep it in your house, or you keep it in the bank so that when you retire, you benefit with that money. If not, government not pay us anything.
According to a popular adage, if you failed to plan, you are planning to fail. Ogun, reporting for Clever News.
Grassroots football is a passion-filled game that captivates thousands of amateur players around the world. While it may not generate the same level of fanfare as a professional league, it serves as an even greater purpose, providing the needed opportunity for people with a common love of the sport to come together and bond through competition. In this special report, some talented FCT youth in an exclusive interview with Clever News correspondent said, football is a career that intends to focus on and earn a living.
Whether it's just for fun or with the intent to dominate their local scene, there are countless stories of success found in grassroots football. Grassroots football is the future of football, and so many opportunities are being created for players to become more involved in the game, both on and off the pitch. Some FCT grassroots players speak on their motivations as they aspire to be among the football stars across the world.
Play football because right from the beginning it's a passion. I derived passion for it from when I was childhood. I always watch it. Then I derived this passion. Then I put in strength. I put in more effort. Then I discovered that I can do better than even people I was looking on the telly. So that is why I go to football in the first place. Yes, the next 2 years, by God's grace, you'll be watching me on the telly, live telly. So I always dream of that one, and I know that I'll be putting all the work.
Personally, it's a personal decision. Yeah, I chose to play football because I have the love and the passion for it. You understand? So I feel like this is my own way of, expressing my feelings and expressing the way I feel. So that's why I play football. It's every footballer's dream to, travel abroad. But for me, I think I want to play in England because I like, the competition over there, EPL, Man City to be precise, because I'm a Man City fan.
I chose to play football because it is a God-given talent. And the kind of impact I want to make in my life and the society at large, I feel is only football that can give me, because I feel if I go to school and graduate and be a salary earner, that being a salary earner won't give me the kind of money I want to earn and help my family and my society as well. So I chose to go with talent because it's what I can do best. My plan in the next 3 years or 2 years is to be in Europe, Spain to be specific, playing for my dream club Barcelona. I'm a Barcelona fan, so I love the club and I love the city.
Football is something that makes me happy. It's something that when I'm doing it, I am always happy. It's not something that you have to force me to do. Starting it, my friends was not in it, So they didn't support it because maybe they don't know then, they don't know the benefit of it then. So, but I have to, out of strong head and stubbornness, it's something that makes me happy. When they saw that They don't need to tell me under the rain, under the sun, I'm coming out to play. Even when it's raining, I will carry my boots, I will take my jersey, I will run out of the rain to go and train. So even under the sun, we used to come out and play. So when they saw that this thing, that they cannot stop it, so they have to let it go. They have to support me. So that's why I'm here. I want to see myself in Manchester United. Yeah, I want to see myself at the top level football, playing at the #1 league in the world, which is the Premier League, and playing in Manchester United. So that's my dream club.
I choose football because I love it. That's what I want to do to help my family. I also want to go to school, but I'm done with my WAEC, senior WAEC, so I need to put all my effort during this stage now, so I can make it. So when I get to that side, I can continue my studies. So I want to see myself in a greater height, in a higher level, in a higher stage. It could be one of the biggest clubs in the world.
As I was growing in my life, like the way my life was, I saw football was the best thing I can do because that is where I am good at. So that's why I came into football. That's why I decided to play football. I would like to see myself in a greater height, and very, very top peak. Like I know the next 10 years, my name will be heard everywhere. Like I'll be one of the superstars that we'll be hearing about.
FCT coaches believe bringing youth together can keep them away from social vices across the country and expose them to professional and big-time clubs in the country and agents in Europe.
Yeah, you see, honestly speaking, when we say grassroots, it is already dead before now, because far back then, there is what we call Shell Cup. There is what we call all these school tournaments. But you see, this time around, you don't even see those things. So now we go extreme to the local villages, where you see maybe all these raw talents, which they need help. You understand? In most of those villages, you can't see any scouts coming to those places. You can't see any white man coming to those places. So we harness them from those sites, bring them down to the town, then add more talents to them. That thing we see in them won't kill it. Now we can only bring the beauty out of what we see in them. Getting these talents out and doing the football business is capital intensive. It's not just, a layman cannot just go into that business and say, yeah, I want to do the business. Because one, you need a camp, you need a facility, you need to feed these boys, you need to take care of them, you need to do. If you are not meeting up to that expectation, then definitely the Yahoo business will still come in. I doubt if government can assist. The only way we want government to assist, let them give us facilities.
If football can be focusing well in Nigeria, there will be a lot of young boys who will leave the street for street crime, snatching of, a lot of things that's going on now, snatching of phone, kidnapping, armed robbery, all those things, When they are engaged with their talent, I think the rate of crime will be reduced.
You can see, whenever a player come in the morning and train, the next thing is to go back and rest. He's thinking of coming back in the evening. So his mind is football, football, football. And all over the world, everybody can testify now, football is the best business all over the world. So by doing that, by God's grace, they will run away for every social vices. I know that.
Experts believe the country's neglect of grassroots football has caused big damage to the nation's football development. Grassroots football was established to scout, identify, develop and catch talent young, as well as raise fitness consciousness and mass participation in sport and recreational activities amongst Nigerians. Ogun reporting for News.
And that's the news. But before we go, a recap of the top stories. Director General of National Youth Service Corps, NYSC Brigadier General YD Ahmed, has called for collective effort in the search for Yahaya Farouk, a Corps member who went missing in Adoni local government area of Rivers State. The police in Abeokuta, Ogun State have arrested a man identified as Taiwo over the murder of his 41-day-old baby who was tragically killed in what is believed to be a ritualistic murder. The Nembe Division of Bayelsa High Court has ordered the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, to appear before it within 42 days in connection with the 649 million accommodation debt suit. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at News Desk. of our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for watching. I am Florence Joshua. Bye for now.